Hey guys, welcome back to Judo Highlights. So we'll recap the action on day 2 at the Ulaanbaatar Grand Slam. And Japan, clean sweep, 4 medals across all 4 weight categories. This is the final here, Oyoshi can. And you don't see the Japanese doing uranage a lot, although Oyoshi can, this is one of his specialty techniques, and I love the little footwork. He was doing a cross step behind him there, really nice stuff. So at first they gave this a Wazari score, but they went back, changed it to an Ippon. So we'll have a look at Oyoshi's matches in detail. Also at under 81 there was Kohara. He took gold as well. And his performance, definitely going to have a look at that, because in the final he ended up facing Lee Jo-hwan from Korea. One of the standouts at 81 at the moment, and someone who's got several wins over Nagase. So for Kohara to take out him kind of gives the Japan team a little bit of food for thought, but I still think Nagase is in front. Although with this result they'll definitely give Kohara a lot of opportunities here. In this match here, Oyoshi, his opponent, I'm going to play it back in slow-mo, so skip this part if you don't want to see it. Pretty sure Osmanov breaks his leg here. So as I said, skip forward if you don't want to see it. Here's the Ashiwaza from Oyoshi, and then as he goes to turn and escape out of it, just kind of falls on his ankle. So it might just be a fracture, bit of pressure put on that shin. I doubt it's a full break. And the reason I think that is because he hobbles off here. I've broken my leg before, and you definitely would not have gotten me hobbling off the mat like that. A stretcher, please. So in this match here against Smugglov, Oyoshi, he gets a score, Wazari up, and then in this next sequence, I mean the time is running out, and I'm pretty sure Oyoshi just drops here. Goes in for an attempt and then drops. And you got to pay attention, a lot of judoka do this intentionally just to kind of avoid being thrown or countered, especially when they're a Wazari up. And it's smart, it's how to play the game smart, it's how to get a lot of wins to your name by using these sorts of tactics. But in my opinion, I think there should be a rule change, and I think if you drop, they should just reset the timer. Reset a minute, every time you drop, reset back to a minute. So that way you're kind of forcing someone to stand with you for a minute, give them an opportunity to throw you for the remaining time instead of kind of dropping and escaping. Nevertheless, I mean, it's a tactic, it's what people do, and I don't blame Oyoshi Ken for doing so. So before we get into Kohara's results, I mean, you got to talk about Lee Hee at under 73. Where has this guy been? He's like 41 years of age. I've heard he's been training. He was coaching in Brazil or something. And I don't know. I mean, I guess the Korean team doesn't really have a strong 73 at the moment, and they just decided to send him out. He didn't look too bad. I mean, he got through his first contest, had a strong showing in his second contest, but no scores. Gets thrown. So, I mean, I don't know. At 41 years of age, I think it's a tough ask, even for a legend such as Lee Hee. So Kohara gets the win here. His opponent using his head to defend the seoi nage, so hansogumake there. And Kohara, he's got such nice ashiwaza. This is against Angvari. I mean, the sticky foot, it's really nice. Watch him slide down the shin and then lift the foot up. And the way he lifts the ankle up, he kind of tucks it behind his opponent's knee. I'm pretty sure that's the intention, because I've seen him do it several times. Lifting up the ankle, putting it behind his opponent's knee. I mean, it's a great way to do it. So Sumigaeshi to win this one by Wazari against Angvari. Also, Cass, I'm sorry I'm doing this out of order, but Cass, he got the little Ashiwaza treatment. And so Cass, I mean, this was his first match against Kohara. Kohara's first match as well. Kind of an interesting thing. I thought, definitely Cass, I thought he might have gotten a bye just because of his ranking, but no, Cass out round 1 against Kohara. So, good day for Kohara. Got through him, got through Angvari, got through a few other people, and then up against Lee in the final. And we're just going to have an extended look at this one because, I mean, Lee, he's exceptional, he's fast, he's got a lot of techniques that he does. He's always much faster than Nagase. You can see Nagase struggling with his speed and his techniques. But Kohara, I think he plays a different game to Nagase. Kohara, I mean, he's got ridiculous grips. So I think those grips just kind of gave Lee a lot of problems. With gripping like that, I mean, you're going to stop your opponent in their tracks. You're going to slow them down with a lot of that pressure. Nagase, I think he's much more supple. He kind of likes to move and flow with people. But Lee, he just kind of, you know, speeds through him, gets to the grip first, and then launches his attacks. And you can see that sleeve grip that Kohara takes. He loves that sleeve grip. Because that kosoto that he does, it comes off that sleeve grip. He'll take that sleeve there, and then he'll take the opposite side around the tricep. So Lee now, opportunity, but Kohara squishing it, just so strong. So strong is Kohara. I think in 81, maybe Grigolashvili. I mean, doesn't Kohara have a win over Grigolashvili as well? But I'm pretty sure Grigolashvili and Kohara, those two probably have the strongest grips in the division. So Kohara, he played the sleeve game a little bit, but now he's playing a little bit more traditional, taking a lapel grip, defending well, and I think he's having no problems with that seoi-nage, seeing it a mile away and also being able to just absorb it. Strong legs, definitely in Kohara. But Lee, I mean, you never know. Anything, he could do any technique. Here you go, a kataguruma, that was a good one. Definitely surprised Kohara with that one. Sleeve grip, all sort of attack. And Kohara, if you didn't know, he was on the scene quite a few years ago and then dropped off a bit, but back in the day, Osotogari was his thing. He's got a really strong Osotogari. Here's a throw here, a huge Uchimata. But yes, you'll see that later on, his Osotogari, strong Osotogari that he has. Anyway, this Uchimata reminds me of Iliadis with the one hand on the mat. And I think because he had that hand on the mat, it didn't matter that his head touched the mat. If you've got like a shoulder or a hand touching the mat before your head touches the mat, they let you away with it. And I really like this from Lee. Down on Wazari, he just goes for it. Goes in close range. He tried this against Grigolashvili. I mean, he's trying things. You can't blame the guy. Wazari down. This is definitely what you want to see. Another attempt here, and then Kohara jumps on top of him for the Osaikomi. And Kohara, he's got strong newaza too, particularly with the hold downs. But he does enough here to score the 10 seconds for the other Wazari, and that's Awase de Ippon. So a gold medal for Kohara. It was a great match between him and Lee. Before we get into Nabekura's performance, just the bronze medals from the men's. Just 2 scores in the bronze medal contest across 73 and 81. Here's one, a really nice Osotogari. And this one here from the Russian, just enough to score Wazari here. I mean, look at the momentum. Just gets him over 2. And have you ever seen green tape? Maybe I'm a bit traditional, but I would like to see neutral colors on the tatami. Maybe that's a bit old school of me. Anyway, Nabekura, she took gold in her weight category. Lots of newaza from her. I mean, the Japanese women, they always have great newaza. But while we just kind of roll through these newaza transitions from Nabekura, I do want to talk about Tanaka at under 70. So Shiho Tanaka, I mean, I would put some highlights in this video if I could. Hold on, just this lovely pass here from Nabekura, come on. That's amazing. Anyway, Tanaka, she won gold, great, but she won all of her matches by Shiro. So, I mean, I don't know. You're not going to win any fans by winning by Shiro. You really got to pull in performances like this, whether it be Osaikomi or whether it be with a throw. At the end of the day, a win is a win, but you're not going to make it into these videos unless you're doing things like this, getting scores on people, making it exciting for people to watch. And just lastly, guys, these 2 scores from the women's bronze medal contests. Time is over. She is really good. I'm expecting big things from her in the future. Check out this really nice kochigari. And the one more from the bronze medal contests. Leski from Slovakia. She gets a nice Ippon seoi-nage here. And that's everything, guys. So day 2, pretty interesting. Nice bunch of medals for the Japanese. We'll see what day 3 holds for us, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.